Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Rivers out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. From outside, off the mark. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Porter's running, throws it up high, throws down the alley-oop slam. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Rivers. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Cans it from downtown.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Porter against George. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets. And so just over a minute and a half played.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflections.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. No good on the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
That one drops for him. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 3. And Leonard has it in the corner. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And he's able to get it back. Najee, good. LA's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Outside Jackson. Porter against George. Shot clock at 6. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Najee. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Jackson has the open look. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. The kick out to Porter. The 3. Offensive rebound. Jokic. Fades away. The shot misses. The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. And Leonard gets it to go.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The shot by Rondo is no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And finished off by Porter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Here's Beverly. Michael Porter making his last shot. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. His three-pointers off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way establishing the attitude you want.
And here's Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so it's Denver in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Paul Millsap. Austin Rivers is out there with Harrison, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Now here's Batum following the miss by Paul Millsap. And Cousins kicks to Batum. Beverly the pass to Batum. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets with some changes. Chanchar's checked in. And Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers. Beverly looking around. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard's shot is off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's McGee. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now, here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, you know, Cousins, I think, is sometimes underrated as an offensive rebounder. That guy can get some putbacks for you.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harrison passes to Morris. Cousins trying to free himself up. Morris, no good. Clippers trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Beverly missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Millsap snaps it in.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Now, here's Kennard. This one for 3. Rebounded by McGee. The Nuggets leading by 11. The pass to Chanchar. Millsap trying to get open. Chanchar, no good. The Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Man passes to Kennard. Sinks the 15-footer. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Now here is McGee. Another shot, and it's good off the glass. McGee's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Kennard, the bounce pass. Batum passes to Kennard. Back to Batum. And no good. Good work defensively by Millsap. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. And McGee kicks to Morris. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Mann. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And McGee kicks to Morris. just 4 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Morris has got his first 2 points. Clippers trail by 11. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. Kennard's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Now Morris. Passes it to Harrison. And so it's Denver in the drop.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jamal Murray said? And that'll about...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's George. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for the Clippers right now, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
On defense, the Clippers. 8-point game. Rivers with it. Pass to Najee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Rivers. Pass to Jokic. And yes, it's good. Jokic has got 5 now.
Jokic has such a feel for when to attack, and when he's moving like this, it's basically all she wrote for the defense.
Now here's Jackson, still looking for his first bucket in this one. From outside the arc, and it's Denver with the rebound. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The shot by George, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Here's George following the basket by Jokic. Jackson passes to Zubac. Morris. He kicks to George. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Now here's Rivers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Floats it up for Jokic. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's George. No good there. And the Nuggets going the other way.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's George after Austin Rivers score. Can they get it? And George, here we go. Yep, that one goes in there.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
44 seconds left to play in the third. Rivers passes to Najee. Over Morris. Leonard with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And a deep 3 from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 7.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Poked away, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Denver on top. They lead by 11. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Harrison out there with Porter. Then there's Gordon, and it's JaMychal Green, and it's Millsap in at the 5, roaming the paint. Rondo finds Batum. Outside Rondo. In the corner, Kennard with it. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Kennard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Denver calls timeout.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Both teams changing it up here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Man can't hit.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Beverly. Out to the wing. High post Cousins. Kennard for 3. No good on that one.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Morris dishes to McGee. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And here's Beverly. Kicks it out to Leonard. Down low, 6 to shoot. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Baseline Jay on the way. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the wide open shot from Morris. The offensive rebound.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Beverly. Launches a 3 and stolen by Ball. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Now here is McGee. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. Harrison kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. McGee trying to break free. Up again. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Clippers trail by 11. Leonard the pass to Beverly. Bangs home the trifecta. Beverly's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're in front by 8. 1:46 left in the game. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now here's Rivers. The kick out to Porter. Clock at 4. Off target from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 8. To the middle. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Up top, Rivers. Guarded by Jackson. Rivers passes to Jokic. Back to Rivers. There's the pass to Jokic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's 11 points for Jokic.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt his shot than that one.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Now, here's Jokic. Outside Porter. Rivers against Jackson. Rivers can't get it to go. Here's Los Angeles now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Now, here's Bull. Passes to Jokic. Over Jackson. Jokic, no good.
Timeout.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The deep three from George. No good on the quick three.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it. The NBA on 2K Sports. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Austin Rivers is out there with Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor's checked in.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. Lillard surveying the D. He kicks to Powell. Over Gordon. The shot by Powell, no good. Porter passes to McGee. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
The free throw off from McGee. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here's Covington. Back to Powell.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Here's Gordon. Tipped away. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here they come. And here we go. And the call on, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. That free throw, no good. That one is no good.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted. You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. McCollum trying to get open. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
That's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Rivers against Lillard. Now here's Rivers, and there's the pass to Jokic. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist by McGee.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Lillard outside. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Here's Lillard. Following the score by Aaron Gordon. Lillard, the pass to Cannon. Rebounded by McGee.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Here's Gordon. Here's Porter. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. There's the dish to Rivers. Looking for McGee. He gets it there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Three-pointer, Lillard. He can't get that one to fall. And the Nuggets going the other way. Rivers against Lillard. Rivers passes to Porter. Kicks it to McGee. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Denver again with the bucket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Here's Lillard. The putback, and Cantor able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Passes it to Jokic. Up in time. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Denver on top, up 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Jones, and it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. Lillard, right side, fires from 14. Cantor. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound, and when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Outside, Gordon. Out left to the wing. Campazzo, defended by Jones. Millsap has the open look, and it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it out to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. They grab their own miss.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Campazzo up and in on the layup.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum passes to Jones. Swiped away. Here's Harrison. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Millsap, and Millsap shoots it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Lillard, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Anthony's checked in for McCollum, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Pass to Najee. Pass to Bull. all alone. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bo's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
Jones in the post. Millsap on him. Denver leading by 12. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Morris passes to Bull. Harrison in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Now Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Millsap passes to Najee. And he banks in the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
26 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Clock at 6. It's stolen. Here's Harrison inside. Bull, that's good. Bull's got the lead up to 14 now for Denver.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And so it's... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Denver was looking great right away. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run. And that'll do it for our halftime report.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
We've got Rivers, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Denver. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do. I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Rivers with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Rivers passes to Jokic. The pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Whew, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Lillard with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Damian Lillard. Lillard against Rivers. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Rivers. Jokic finds Gordon. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Lillard against Rivers. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard keeps it alive, and Covington stays with it.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Pass to Porter. He dishes it to Green. Oh, Porter in position. Powell with the steal. Kanter with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the turnover again by Denver.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover would drive a coach crazy.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Dishes to Anthony. Pass to Simons. Anthony trying to get open. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Rivers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 54 seconds left in the third. Jokic inside. Covered by Anthony. Jokic, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Anthony kicks to Powell. Sinks the triple. Powell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Rivers scanning the floor. Here's Jokic. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good from Morris. And he makes both free throws. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. Stolen away. And they're moving it up. Here's Bol. Finished off the break. Bol's got 6.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of...
Oh, and he got it to Bol!
No, wait, what? Focus from him right there. Nice play.
Yeah.
And so it's Denver, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's Millsap. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be and the coach's challenge being used up here. Not a lot of time left. You've got one to use. Might as well do it.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Little comes in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Paul Millsap picks one up. And McCollum on the floor. All business off the court. He's a very outspoken player. Very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Little passes to McCollum. Misses the 3. The Nuggets leading by 8. It's stolen by Little. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Kanter. McCollum outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And it's in there. Anthony's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
And here is Morris. He kicks it to Bull. Outside Millsap. 6 to shoot. Now the dish to Morris. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's McCollum. There's the pass to Kanter. Now here's Little. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Lillard. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Jokic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Lillard against Rivers. And it's Lillard missing. For Denver, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And it's McGee with the jam.
And you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. Rivers against Lillard. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Lillard comes with the double team. Pass to Rivers. Kicks it to McGee. Pass to Porter. And here's Gordon. The pass to Jokic. Takes it off the glass.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Lillard against Rivers. And the basket by Lillard.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Now, Jokic. Left side, Porter. He dishes it to Rivers. He kicks it to Gordon. From deep three-point range, Rivers can't get it to go. Lillard outside. Lillard again missing. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rivers with it. So the Nuggets win it, probably a little closer than the... All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. for these guys. And coming. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the five, down low. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The three from McCollum. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
0 for 3 now in the early going, just a little bit out of sync.
George passes to Jackson. Zubats kicks to Morris. Wants to get it to Zubats, and does.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now here's Powell. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Lillard fires away from way outside. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Jackson has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Powell, that's good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jackson against McCollum. Nobody near George. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Morris against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Right side, Covington. Powell finds Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Nurkic. Second chance effort, and the layup is good.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jackson passes to Zubats. To the paint. George against McCollum. And Covington sends it back. Here's Lillard. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And it's Leonard missing.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
McCollum, no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Down low, here's Covington. Another shot. And it's good on the way in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Clippers trail by 7. Here's George. Left side, Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard, right side. Over Jackson. Tries from the block. Here's Nurkic. He kicks to Powell. Goes back up. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jackson. Drops in the layup for two.
The aggressiveness of Jackson, able to drive and convert against tight defense.
McCollum outside from past the arc. That one's not going to go. And here we go again. The Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
when I'm training in summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Kennard, Patrick Beverley out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. Now here's McCollum, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot clock at 6, and the shot goes in.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Kennard with the ball. Outside, Batum. Cousins inside. He's covered by Cantor. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Lillard from outside. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Kennard. And it's Portland with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around. Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Jones comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively, and at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Now Kennard, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
Batum passes to Kennard. Back to Batum. Over McCollum. Batum, good. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Jones, the pass to Simons. Over Beverley. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Mann. He is guarded by McCollum. Kennard for three. Here's Cousins. Pass to Mann. Over to the wing. Now here's Beverly. Second chance shot. Rebound by Anthony. Kicks to Jones. 1:05 left in the first half. And there's the pass to Simons. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Beverly. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Mann passes to Cousins. Passes it to Mann. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Stolen by McCollum. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Batum wide open. He fires. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland leading. Here's the three. Anthony can't hit. The drive by Cousins to end the drought, and Cousins throws it down.
It doesn't matter that Cousins plays with that much weight. The quick first step is a great equalizer.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage, but it never... And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Break in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Up the floor. And that one's good. George.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 5.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And Leonard has it in the corner. The three from George. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
It took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard from outside. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Leonard, no luck. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Portland, no good that time either.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Outside Jackson. And it's Zubac atop the key. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb. He has 5.
That's a smart move to pull up for a 3 on the break. Defenses usually pack the paint and forget to guard the outside jump shot.
George passes to Morris. Jacks up a 3. He's off on that one.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
For the tie, Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Foul for 3. And another 3 for Portland. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now, here is George. 7 points in the game.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
McCollum from deep three-point land. No good with the triple. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Here's George. Morris trying to free himself. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lillard outside. Pulls up on the elbow. And good that time. Lillard's got 7 points.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now here's Jackson. Back to George. Lets the 3 fly. Lillard with the rebound. Lillard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum.
Why does a pump fake work? Because of DeMarcus Cousins' ability to score at all 3 levels. The defender knows he has to close hard to have a chance.
He hits the second from the line. Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Lillard.
I love how he's willing to sacrifice his body in there, giving maximum effort. That's what it takes on the defensive boards.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
He made it! He made it!
Yes, he did!
Yeah. How about that shot to beat the clock?
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle.
You see the quickness of Beverly, blinding speed in the inside.
Lillard looking around. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Rondo finds Kennard. Back to Rondo. Kennard against Anthony. Here's Batum. Banked in off the glass.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. That three off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Shot's good by Kennard.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Trailblazers trail by 4. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Lillard way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Rondo with a clean look, and it's off from three-point range. It's deflected. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Pass to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Back to Jones. He kicks to Lillard. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Man passes to Cousins. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
You know, when we talk about DeMarcus, we talk about his temper, but also his relentlessness on the offensive end, unmatched.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 7. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Lillard with the bucket.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Feeds to Cousins. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. And the basket by McCollum.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Now George. .152 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Cousins.
They need points trying to keep some momentum. Cousins understands the situation.
Lillard fires away from way outside. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 4. George from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Lillard misses.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Pass to Morris. Back to Leonard. Kicks it to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Leonard controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
And that one's good. Lillard.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Jackson passes to Leonard. The 3. That shot off, and it's Portland the other way.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's George. Leonard with the ball. It drops.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Lillard from outside. Not going to go that time. And so Los Angeles.